Welcome
Okay.
to episode 001. Wow. Flying by those episode numbers.
Oh yeah.
In it for the long run.
Like 2 months later. We're one episode further.
Already.
I don't know.
And that was
No,
a
it's not.
tryout. That's why it's a tryout.
Yes. Also, technically, John got a tryout as well. That was like, I guess, 00.5?
5? 000.
Yeah.
0.5.
000.5. Yeah. Anyways, this is, yes, a thing. And we're talking about... What are we talking about again?
Why do we
Why?
feel?
Yes.
Why do we feel fear? I guess I should say, Lena's here. And,
Hi.
And John is here as well.
Hello there.
And yeah, things are happening.
Apparently.
I don't know. Fear is an interesting thing because is it instinctual or is it emotional? What do you think?
You want to go first, Lena, or should
I just am still
Stop
thinking
being so
about...
polite. John, what do you think?
Okay. When I asked you this question, I was
it
not
because
asking
you were
you.
scared?
Yes,
You
it
wanted
was
me to
because I
hold
was
your
scared.
hand.
Yes. Oh, if only we could reach like 1,000+ kilometers. But no, we'll have to do it. Yeah, when I asked you this, I was afraid, mainly because of a big step in my life is coming up next 2 weeks, and
Ooh.
I'm, to be honest, terrified of
Of course.
Are you
Of, like, the
stepping
unknown.
from the landing craft to the moon?
New
Pretty
things?
much.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So it's
do
one small
bring up
step for
a-
man, one giant leap for mankind.
You do bring up
Yeah.
a good point. Like, I was already thinking, like, the normal fear of being afraid of monsters and stuff. But why are we afraid of new things?
We're afraid of what we don't understand, are unknowing, unknown, do not
How
know.
far is
Wow.
it from here to Iceland?
I believe it's 3,000 from Oklahoma.
Iceland is 3,643 miles.
Wow, good guess.
I said kilometers.
Ah, dang it! shh, I didn't
Whatever
hear
that's
that.
Let me change my preferences. Wait,
Can you not
wait.
just ask how much is that in kilometers?
Eve.
Either way. That's a random interruption.
In kilometers, 5,862.
Okay.
Hey, you are only like half the distance.
Yeah.
America's
yeah.
big.
Why do we fear the unknown?
Because the unknown can kill us, theoretically.
Yeah,
Maybe
we feel that.
because, like, let's
So,
put it this way:
because-
if we
Go on,
think
Hannah.
about like the evolutionary way, like everything that we know how to deal with, and we know how to survive that. Like, if we know it, we can deal with it. But something
Mhm.
new can kill us because we don't know what it is. So it's pure from like a nature standpoint. Like, if you have to choose between like even if I'm just like imagining like going to a dungeon that you're slowly mapping out, you'd rather go through a trap that you already know on which tiles to step to not activate it, than go into a completely new hallway that, for all you know, if you walk under the lamp, suddenly a sky will fall out and kill you. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
And I think, yeah, that ties into, like, it's because we can't control it. I think that's a good point, because we don't know how to fight it. It may be less dangerous than the thing that we know. It may
Yeah.
be
like,
less so,
it
but
looks
it's-
like a complete normal hallway.
but we don't know. And we
Heck.
can't categorize it. We can't control it. We don't have any authority over it. And I think humans have this thing where when we have authority over something, or at least we feel like we have authority over something, whether that be through knowledge or through technology, we like that. And it makes us feel powerful, even if that authority is entirely artificial.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I believe, for me at least personally, I like to have someone tell me what to do, to tell me go this way.
Please. I don't
left in 3.4
basically
years.
No.
Yeah.
Rather a little bit sooner than that. But seriously, you have all these job functions that you can apply for. I don't want to be the director of the complete school. Heck, that's too much responsibility. Can I just be this normal teacher that doesn't do anything but teach? You know?
Yeah.
Just please tell me what classes I need to go to and when and what to do and which things to type and which things to teach, and I'll do it. Please don't give me responsibility more than I can know what to do with. I mean,
don't give me free reign.
Yeah, being a teacher is a bad example because every teacher has responsibility for their children.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny because I'm actually studying to become a teacher.
I am a teacher, so hi.
Really? Hi there.
Okay. Y'all can
Kinda.
have fun later.
We totally know each other. We totally didn't have 2 5-minute conversations with each other before this.
Oh yeah, precisely, pretty much. That's a good point though. Because I feel that too. It's very difficult sometimes. Especially because I mean, honestly, recently I kind of became an adult, and everybody kind of expects you to know what to do and make your own choices and just understand what the heck you're doing with your life. And it's no, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life.
Agreed.
A little guidance, please. There's a fear of the unknown. Yes, there's not understanding what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to face this unknown? But then I think there's also a fear of asking for help. And I guess that's kind of a more personal thing because it's
it's not so much
fear of judgment.
Well, see, because it's interesting because people are social. Humans are social beings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We tend to have a sort of tribe mindset regardless of the circumstance. But then when fear comes from, the fear of being viewed as weak, because if you can't handle, the unknown out there, nobody in your tribe is going to like you. You're going to be the weak one, and you're probably going to get killed or cast out or whatever. And so that's an personal endangerment to you.
This is currently one that I'm currently struggling a lot with. I'm currently really trying to teach myself when to ask for help with specific type of problems, and to ask for help before it becomes a problem. Hey, I know I can't do this well. Can you help me with this, please, so it doesn't explode? But what I'm trying to say is it's more than just fear of being seen as weak. The fair, there is a fair playing there. You're kind of right about that, but it's more a fear of admitting that you're wrong, struggling with your proudness, and
and I think
changing your morals, basically. Somebody put this in a really nice way. I think it's somewhere in the YouTube comment bar. Yes, sometimes there are pearls there. But they said something that changing your asking for help, admitting that you're wrong, is changing your belief of what was right. You assumed you were doing the right thing, and now you have to change that belief and have to admit that belief. And it's basically just changing your whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
look,
think, that can vary in scope depending on the actual situation and the actual argument or whatever. But
of course.
that definitely is a big thing no matter what for a lot of people. Like, it's difficult sometimes to, because you're kind of letting go of your view of reality even.
Yeah.
In a really big
And
way. But like,
yeah, and just surrendering that entirely, even if just for a moment. And yeah, that can be very, very, very scary.
Yeah.
But
So-
do you fear the monsters under the bed?
except
Whoa.
for that one time that I dreamed that I got bitten by a snake monster, and then I woke up and my ankle was actually tingling. No, not really. Like, that is the one and only time that I actually turned on the lights and looked under the beds just to be sure that there weren't any snakes hiding there. But besides that, it's like a one-off time. No, I don't fear the
Yeah.
monsters under my bed. Never been
Yeah.
afraid of the dark. But
I do believe in fairies. I do.
oh yes, fairies absolutely exist. Don't worry.
I agree. Although
Well, you're Icelandic, of course you agree.
yeah.
Hey, I believe in
Yeah.
rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. So yeah,
Well,
fairies
all of those
exist.
things are real, so...
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, like, for me, I didn't grow up being taught that there were monsters under my bed. The monsters were outside. They came into our homes. The monster was a gigantic cat. Came to eat me if I didn't get a new pair of clothing during Christmas. That's
Oh!
that's the
Oh, so that's your St. Nicholas. Your
yeah. Well, that's one of the elements of the Saint.
oh,
Yeah.
what's it called?
The
cat.
correct pronunciation. It would be jólaköttur or julekat.
Oh, that actually makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Julekat. Yeah, that Jule is of course Christmas and cat is cat.
Yeah, technically it's not.
Cat.
Yeah.
It's in Dutch.
Yeah.
We're so
Yeah.
stubborn.
That's
It's
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want to move like
Yeah.
100 kilometers south.
so
I
we're
would
just
rather-
going to throw up dunes and like dikes and I don't know.
Yeah, just nope, we're staying right here in this spot. I don't care how difficult it is. We're staying here.
And we're going to expand.
Yeah, because I'm too afraid to move out of my house.
You are literally pushing back the ocean itself.
So just so we can stick with the world we already know. Yes.
So that we can stay in the places that we're comfortable, that we have control over.
Yeah, and then come change it. Then the community changes certain things.
I mean, it's also why, like, of course, racism is bad, but it comes from a place with a reason. Because it's something new, a new culture that is mingling with your own one. And
Yeah.
you
Different
want
from
to
your own.
control it. You don't want to change. Who wants
Yeah.
to change? It's like so like it's bad, of course, because they are also humans. They also have feelings, and they are also just completely normal people, just with a
Yeah.
different, I don't know,
Belief system or color or
clothing,
Culture.
yeah,
culture,
different culture.
different
Yeah.
culture, just covering all of that. But it's there for because just looking at history, every person from a different country may have bad intentions. There was like
Yeah.
it was so much of a bigger deal whether you come from the Netherlands or from Germany than it is these days. I love the
Yeah.
internet. I just casually am talking with an Icelandic person and somewhere in America while sitting in my own freaking room. What are
Yeah.
boundaries?
Yeah, exactly.
We are so incredibly ingenious. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy.
So, like, racism is just another way of outing fear, which is the question point of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I think, like, I don't know, because you hear the word, like, xenophobe or xenophile thrown around,
I'm sorry.
and
For
it's...
me, like, what's a xenophobe?
So,
Yeah, same for me.
xeno means different. So,
Okay.
if you're xenophobic, you fear the unknown. You fear what's different.
Ah,
You fear
Is that-
things that are not yourself or your people or your way of thinking.
Isn't
And
that
a
like
xenophile
literally?
would be the opposite.
But
you
isn't that
embrace
like
and adore
literally
things that are different.
everyone?
Precisely,
What was
it
that?
is. I think there's something very... There's something in our nature that, like we were saying, it's natural to fear what you don't know, what you don't understand, because you can't control it.
So everyone is a xenophobe.
Yes, everyone is a xenophobe to some extent.
Yeah.
So nobody should feel offended if I greet you with "Hi, xenophobe."
Pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
then again, you always need to be careful with who is included in everyone, because
Yeah.
maybe there is somebody out there that really doesn't fear things that are different, or just doesn't
Or just-
feel fear at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Or just
yeah,
doesn't
and
know
I
what
think-
the word means. Like, for example, us. If you were to greet us and we were to react badly to that word,
Xenomorphs destroyed.
Actually, what I would think is like, okay, which cultural reference did I miss? Where does this alien race come from? Like, which
3D pinball space cadet. Xenomorphs destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say?
That's a good question.
Well,
I mean, obviously, y'all are both incredibly brilliant, and I'm so happy to have you in my lives. I'd like to thank the Academy and my parents.
I don't trust this. Where are you going with this?
I have no idea. I'm.
But if I can if I can completely change the subject of the podcast for a little bit.
No,
Well, not completely.
absolutely not.
Okay, then I won't say anything. But like when you originally were asking, like when we were originally starting talking about fear, and like
And I interrupted you a bunch.
that's the whole podcast.
You're not wrong.
But like when we started talking about fear, I thought we weren't going on the whole fear of new things thing. I was like also really interested in the part, like I kind of touched upon it already a little bit, but how being with other humans, how a mother or just a touch on the arm or just somebody
Oh my
sitting
God,
next
yes.
to you, how that makes
Yes.
something scary so much less scary. Even if it's a complete stranger. If you're together in a situation, it's scientifically proven that you're less afraid. Though
Yeah.
it works
Because-
better with somebody that you know.
Yeah, well, I think that has to do with like our tribal mindset. We're all humans,
Well, it's also
and so that's the thing. That's the thing that makes sense because, if we're with another human, we're gonna feel more safe. We're gonna feel less scared. We're gonna feel more powerful. But it's gonna have a better effect if it's somebody that we know better. If it's somebody that we're closer to. If it's somebody even, dare I say, that's more similar to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's might also have to do with, well, again, a bit the fear of the unknown, but like your brain will make whatever it is you fear bigger, which is
Yeah.
another thing we can
Yeah.
touch upon later. Why the heck that is, but like it grows in your mind. But while you're with somebody, it
You
like
feel bigger.
well, you feel bigger, but it's also where you're like, I heard something, and you literally say out loud, "Oh no, it's an ex-murderer that is going to kill me," because that's what your mind made up. And the other person is
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I thought it sounded more like a wild animal that is trying to break down the door. And then you both look at each other and realize it was nowhere near either of those things. And you kind of laugh. And because you basically see a different point of view, because you have somebody to throw your ideas at, they become
Yeah.
more realistic. Basically.
More realistic, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. I have no friends.
That's pretty sick.
Ow!
I'm not in
Ow!
real life. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Internet
Next
friends
year-
are real friends.
next year-
Internet friends are real friends.
Yes, I know what. Let me specify what I meant by that because that came out wrong. Next year, when we're all together, we're gonna go to a haunted house. All
Oh,
together.
yes.
I am terrible at haunted houses.
Well, just use what you just said.
Why being together is helping fear become less scary?
Why does socialization help us
Yeah.
make us calm?
What's your point on that, John?
Why being with someone just unknown or known in a possible hostile situation? Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot because me and my friends we like to go out at night and outside of the city into the unknown.
Uh-huh.
And
You live on an island. How much can be
that-
unknown?
Iceland
Well-
is beautiful.
Have you been?
No.
It's on my wish list.
Yeah.
It's high
If
on
you
my wish list.
if either of you ever come and meet me, I will take you to wherever you want to go to see a beautiful place without paying a single penny.
Yes,
Hun,
please.
You're the only beauty I need to see.
Oh, thank you, man.
Anyways,
But yeah, like
yeah.
I've been in a situation where like I thought I saw something. I thought I literally felt something jump on me, and I told my friends about it. And since I'm the guy who quote unquote knows the most about the supernatural creatures in Icelandic culture of my friend
Mm-hmm.
in my friend group, they all sort of believe what I say.
Oh,
They're-
great! That's not helping much.
Yeah.
So if
Uh,
you're like,
Not at all.
I saw something, and you're like, wait, where?
Where? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like
So
if
it
the
just
guy
grows
who you-
bigger. Great. There's
Yeah,
my
it's the guy who
theory
you
disproven.
like it's a guy who you know like knows things about things. It's like, oh crap, he's freaked out. Everybody should be freaked out.
Yeah. And
Doesn't
like
Iceland have like a lot of folk stories.
folklore. Yeah.
Yeah, folklore.
do.
Sorry, didn't know the English
Do.
word.
That's perfect. Yes, we do. And a lot of them, like, you know how lullabies are usually just dark, demented stories of children getting murdered.
No, not in the Netherlands. They aren't.
What? Like behind
A
every
lullaby, isn't lullaby like literally
Bye,
a song that you
baby
sing?
in the treetop. Wait, why did we put the baby in the tree?
Like,
If the wind
you
blows,
heard-
the cradle will rock. Wait, in the middle of a storm too? If
Like,
the
it's
bow
just like-
breaks, the cradle will fall. Why did we put it up there in the first place?
We
And
literally
down will come baby, cradle and all. Well hacked.
Yeah, you were about to say that.
It's just like we just sing like sleep baby sleep. Outside is a sheep. Like, oh no, how scary! There's a sheep outside.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Lullabies are scary? Huh?
Can
No,
I raise
to
my
be
children
fair-
in the Netherlands?
So to be fair, like not lullaby specifically, but a lot of children's songs and songs that you often sing don't have quite the meaning you originally think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, my grandma always used to sing specific lullaby that has literally traveled down with the families. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if there's a person who hasn't heard some of these lullabies, like, they didn't get raised because, like, and when I was younger, I like, oh, this is actually a really nice story telling me to go to sleep. Like, the mother is giving me her blanket to sleep in, wrap me up and sleep in. But the actual meaning behind it is the mother couldn't take care of the baby, so she had to take it outside and leave it to starve to death in the nature. Since we here do not have any predators of any kind, like big predators, the biggest quote-unquote predator on land we have here, besides other humans, are foxes. And the foxes here are way more scared of you than you are of them. And they are as well, like, significantly smaller than other species of foxes. So it's like the main thing that kills people outside, other than other humans, would be the weather.
Iceland is actually just like hell, though. Like,
No, it's not.
Well,
no, it
we
is
do-
though. It's like, how shall I word this? It's like something that should have been hell, but then the great gods above blessed it, and it's now just locked in eternal
So it's
cursed
formal
paradise.
hell? So it's hell and paradise meshed together, like the two
Yes.
extremes.
yeah.
I can actually kind of see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, there are times where, like, it's going to go to hell, but then literally 10 to 15 minutes later, everything is like, oh, we're actually, like, everything is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. But yeah, there's a volcano here called Hekla. And in the Viking Age, or back in, not specifically in the Viking Age, it was thought way after that as well. In the volcano was actually thought to be gate to hell.
What?
That is,
Because
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's
because the eruptions from it were so insanely scary that they weren't like explosive volcanic eruptions, but they looked so hellish, say.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, only one person needs to say that, and then the whole village calls it the hell thing, and then suddenly the
Yeah,
whole country
that's true.
names it the hell thing, because everyone that lives close like, everyone is like, oh, what's that mountain? And the nearby village is just like, oh, that's the gate to hell.
That's a gate to hell. Yeah.
Like,
they're
they
like,
don't even
"Oh,
believe
okay.
it anymore.
Seems
It's just
legit."
like everyone. It's just like some of the campings, like camp places that I've been to, is like, oh yeah, that's the camp place where my sister like completely bled her knee out. You know, like, it has an
Oh, yeah.
actual name, but like, you only remember it as the place where that thing happens. Nicknames stick. But I think
Yep.
like Latin already is a dead language, but I think it might like actually die slowly.
Yeah. Well, it's a written language now, so
Yeah.
no one, I believe, no one can speak it or does speak it in like a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one strikes up a conversation in Latin.
I mean, but people could if they wanted to. There's just not a significant enough group to actually establish that.
Though, to be
Yeah.
fair, never underestimate nerds. I have heard of a relationship that started between two people from two different countries that started
yeah.
in Klingon or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is a made-up language with a way lower amount of people that know it. So I would not be surprised if there are nerds that are married because they met each other in Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if this podcast like actually gets sent out and stuff, and we can get fan letters, can somebody
Oh my God.
please tell me the story of how you met somebody else on Latin, please.
If someone
Yeah.
here actually met someone through Latin, got married, got together with them,
Oh
please.
Yes, I want to know that story.
The internet now, for example, like me, all of us, I wouldn't have met you guys if it wasn't for the internet. If it wasn't for YouTube,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have met Doom or Shy. I wouldn't have met, and through them, I wouldn't have met you.
Yeah, exactly. The internet is a wonderful place.
Can be, yes.
It can also be a terrible place, but
And yeah, I try to go with a right corner around that, like not going
Yeah.
anywhere near that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, yeah, I mean the internet's a great place because Lena's here.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
See?
I say selfishly, admitting that I'm awesome. But like the internet is an amazing place because I dare say that most of my friends live on the internet, and I'm not trying to make that a sad thing. I actually have a lot of friends in real life as well. I just have even more on the internet. And
Yeah.
I'm talking actual friends here, not the amount
Yeah.
of followers I have
Wow,
on Twitter.
rude.
Yeah.
Or,
Like-
the amount of people that follow me on Facebook. That's the
Yeah.
difference between friends and friends.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
people you can actually strike up a conversation
That's
at
the difference between
any
friends
time
and
of day.
friends.
Well,
yeah.
one of them is a TV show.
Okay, what?
Oh, what?
One of the two was a TV show. You know, the TV show, Friends.
Oh,
That's the. I'm really.
yeah.
Jeez. Ignore me.
Oh,
I don't know how I didn't get that.
because I said
I love
it
that
too
show.
natural. I have never watched it. It just was too easy of a joke to make.
Yeah. Anyways. Well, I guess I don't know. What are we even talking about now?
Well, not about
We have gone
fear.
way off course.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we- I believe we've covered the topic of fear now.
Yes. Anyways, so that was episode 001
The
of.
first actually existent episode.
What did we even accomplish?
Well, we talked, I think it would be nice if we start, doing a kind of summary of the weird paths we take during episodes.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
we talked about fear. That was a thing.
Yeah.
And about, Yeah?
Yeah, continue.
now
We touched on culture. A little
Yeah.
bit on culture.
culture and languages, definitely.
Yeah.
I was at one point going to make a joke about relationships because John being a single Pringle, but anyways. And tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They are way more important than we are.
Yeah. And just everybody just have a good day. Okay? We love you.
We do.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.